if you're joining me for another video, if you're joining me for the first time, hello! I have in front of me some pop figurines of a character that is very dear to me. Now with pop figurines, I believe I've said in other videos, but I'll say it again. I can take or leave Funko vinyl pops. That has to be a character who is very, very endearing to me or my children for me to buy them, because there are just so incredibly more of them. Now Aggretsuko is a character who is actually from a Netflix series I've watched, who is very, very dear to me. I believe that the series, it's definitely an adult series, is one that someone who has worked in an office environment during their younger years, while you're just starting out and you're struggling and getting used to the world, can relate to. Also, there are so many believable instances in romantic life that if you haven't watched the show and you're looking for something a tiny bit different, but something that is very relatable as an adult, with a little bits of elements of romance and etc., it's a fantastic show. So I had to have the vinyl pops of her. I found the two standard. There's 3 in the series. I found these 2 standard. I could not find the one of her with a chainsaw, unfortunately, but I did, because I was really upset I couldn't do that, I did find the special edition metallic one, which is a metallic version of this one here. We're going to open them all up and have a look. Let's bring the box up on the first one. So this is Aggretsuko number 21, vinyl pop figure. Basically her in her standard raccoon self. I absolutely love her. You can see there's 21, 22 and 23 here. One with chainsaw and with rage. Let's get her out of there. So here is her character in her office clothes, looking very, very Animal Crossing-ish, isn't she? Reminds me a lot of the Nintendo Amiibo. I always say it wrong. Amiibo. You know, the little characters that you put on the Nintendo portal and it sucks them into game. The character does come with a stand, so there is a little peg stand just underneath her for the hole. And this is to assist with her standing up. Now, one thing I'm going to say about pop figurines, if you do have them in a sunlit area, they will actually start to wilt on these stands. I know with the Sailor Moons, we had to take them out of display in a nice sunny area because their feet and toes started to curl up, much like the Wicked Witch of the West. So just be mindful that if they are unable to support themselves and they are on these stands, keep them in a shaded area. Which if you're a collector, you probably do anyway. I was just silly. Isn't she adorable? I love, love, love this. This is how she starts off in life, full of hope and, you know, everything's gonna be okay, nice to everybody, do everything right, and yeah, life isn't all sunshine and rainbows, that's for sure. Here she is in her rage element, something I can relate to this emotion a lot. I like to think I'm pretty gathered, and I like to think that even though I can be judgmental, I'm good enough to the stage that I keep my comments to myself, or at least can hide some of my thoughts when dealing with certain people rather well. But yeah, I'm also a girl who loves rock and roll, and this is just like, yeah, I can relate to this. Just God, give me strength and let it all out. Let's get her out. So if you're unfamiliar with the show, Aggretsuko loves to go do karaoke and a bit of death metal to get all her frustration of the day out. She loves it, and it is her way of basically venting her frustration and then getting over it with it and getting back to this here. I love, love, love this. There is actually a large version of this that I would love to purchase one day. I just haven't, because the large versions are $80 New Zealand, and I find that a little bit on the head. A little bit on the head. So again, she has a stand to assist her with, you know, standing up. Rock on, dude. and rock on Aggretsuko. So I was very upset going through over 100 pops at the store that I could not find her with the chainsaw, but then I spotted, yay, her in her metallic form, and I was super duper happy with that. It just kind of, I don't know if it's, oh my goodness, a special edition to what? There are so many different special and limited pop figures now that sometimes I think the special edition and the limited figures and exclusive to blah blah blah. When those first came out, we were like, oh my goodness, everybody wants them, they're so cool and all this sort of stuff. And of course some of them have a lot of value, such as certain colored Batmans, etc. But I worry that pop might be going the way that certain toys do, where they start pumping out their limited editions without actually saying limited edition to what. One thing that I will say with special edition or limited edition as a collector, special edition or limited edition only holds a large value if it's 5,000 limited or under. If it's limited to over that, it doesn't have a large value. That's just a little trick there to know. It's like the limited edition LOL dolls when they first came out, everybody went crazy over them. It was like hundreds of thousands. Limited edition to hundreds of thousands is nothing in the world. That is basically you're not going to be making your money back on them if you sell them at a later date, sort of thing. So always question special edition or limited edition. However, going off that little tangent I went on there, I had to have it because she is metallic and she looks awesome. Look at that sheen. Let's get that spotlight on her. That sheen over her just looks amazing. Let's bring up the standard one to show the difference. It looks awesome. And I'm going to have the ordinary one in the middle of these two with the little stand. Now I just want to point out, look at her body. Her body is actually a different color to her head on both figurines. It's a darker color, and I haven't noticed that until this one came out, and then I was like, oh yeah, it is a darker color. How cool is that? Love this character. Watch the show. Very short video this one, but I had to show this pop figurine because if you have seen the show and you're wanting something to basically have a little memento of it, this is a cheap way rather than going to the more expensive, you know, collector editions, etc. How cool is she? I absolutely love her. I hope you love her too. If you have not seen the show and you're an adult and you enjoy anime style and you enjoy something that's a little more realistic to life, even though they are animal characters, definitely give this a go. If you love Aggretsuko, please give this video a thumbs up. If you love toys in general, please subscribe. We love to open toys here and we love to share, and I have about 50 pops waiting out in the garage. Here I am saying, you know, we only buy ones that are really specific to us. There are about 50 that are specific to us at the moment. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.